avoid that confrontation. But in these final moments, you were kind of looking around and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? Is Jaguares went down, but you can see Nizo and Yanya exchange those kills almost immediately. Was then left the 2v1 situation for them to close out, and LG, with how kind of surgical they were in a lot of their decisions in that game, they were never going to mess that one up. They end up with 12 placement points, 9 kills alongside it, 21 points in total. Bit of a bomb to start things off.
And that silence might have been massive from LG Chivas as well as they entered that fight. I mean, of course, they can do a lot of damage in some final circles, but the silence hit big right at the beginning of it. But still an amazing effort from Alliance, who finished in second with 13, but TSM had 8 kills on the board, so it's a 15-point game for them.
Halo Kenjo, welcome to the stream. Hah? Emang kita tadi stream apa Kenjo? Lah bukannya ini baru, lah kan aku baru stream nih. Emang tadi kita ada stream apa?
What we should talk about is the advantage you get.
Emang tadi kita ada stream ya?
Winning this group, by winning the winners bracket, going into match point. You get 10 points.
Bukannya aku baru stream nih kali ini.
Towards match point, if you come in first place, and for some teams in this lobby, that is a huge thing, because historically, and I'm going to talk about Alliance here, they are always one of those teams who they get to match point. It's great. We always say, hey, Alliance have got to match point, but it's usually game 5, 6, 7. And they don't give themselves a huge amount of time to convert. So Alliance will certainly have that in the back of their minds about converting good starts into potential wins here in the winners bracket. But for now, Dan, it's time for us to go for a break. Game number 2 is just around the corner. The quality of Apex is going to keep going one way. That's up.
Nah, melihat. Emang aku punya game itu lihat. Lihat. Bukannya aku punya Guardian Tales. Let's go. Ini ada yang mana ya?
Game. This is the TSM. This is a tough decision to have.
Match 1. Oke, dari sini lah, kita nonton ya. Bang, di grup WA gue kirim stiker yang break my adminnya marah terus ke gue. Emang salah orang tuanya kali. Mungkin itu ibunya mungkin. Makanya dia marah. By the way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Ninja Gaming. Oh.
And it's so difficult to make any decision, but it looks like with the Dark Veil, Oxygen is going to be able to get back to a 3.
Gue jadi ngerti Fortnite gara-gara lu. Oh iya, Fortnite seru loh, cuma susah sih main gamenya. Main game Fortnite susah sih. Salah satu game susah tuh. Pada nggak tahu ya. Oh. Itu mungkin orang tuanya Ninja. Ibunya mungkin, makanya pada marah.
To make this look a little bit more awkward, but Ascend win the fight, and now can Ascend walk up and find a spot to play? No, because Fnatic are there to pick up the pieces, as you would expect. A third party is going to come along, and Fnatic should be able to clean this. Ascend had to try and push, they had to try and take some northern space, but they now get denied. You can see that Alliance are still having that fight, but they will be able to stay up as a 3. Lufka's still alive for Ascend. Alliance still up on that high rock, which they're going to have to move from as the zone starts to squeeze these teams a little bit closer together.
Kalian lebih suka sate Madura atau sate Padang?
As Fnatic now make their approach, moving up from the north to the south, or should I say towards the south.
Kalian tim sate Madura atau tim sate Padang?
TSM have to force the fight onto Moist. There's no other option for
Sate Madura ada sate sapinya nggak sih? Kalian ada nggak sih makan sate tapi pakai telur? TSM, TSM.
Nobody really getting initial damage, and now the zone.
Sate Padang number bang, yoi Kenjo.
They hold the high ground, and they've just got to wait for the zone to force TSM to move in.
The zone's going to start tickling. Now TSM cannot go south. They can only go one way here, unless they have another evac tower, but even that would be far too much of a risk.
And Moist back off smartly as well. Pioneers eliminated in the
Sate Padang, kerja pakai yang bagian dagingnya, terus ada bagian lidahnya. Enak banget, sumpah. Kalian harus nyobain sih sate Padang yang bagian lidahnya itu enak juga. Oh, kena mic lagi. Ini TSM nih, kesukaan aku nih. TSM. Let's go. Fair Hulls. Big E. Jadi pengen beli PC. Tapi sekarang kalau nggak salah, bagusnya kalau mau beli PC sih sekarang nih, karena murah banget katanya part-partnya. Aku nggak tahu sih ya, aku nggak terlalu ngikutin, cuman Leon kan pakai PC tuh. Nah itu partnya lumayan jauh gitu, murah-murah sekarang. Dari mana duitnya ya? Itu nggak tahu sih Kenjo. Maksudnya kan kalau kita membandingkan sama tahun 2020, 2022 sama 2003 sekarang, itu jauh banget turun harganya. Harganya jauh banget turun.
15 seconds till zone closes. All the other teams are outside of this circle right now except 100 Thieves. So they've just got to try and
Sate Padang pakai keripik, enak banget. Keripik cabe. Enak banget sih. Wah gila, udah 5 kali nih. TSM.
By taking to the skies, but this time the lobby is wise to it. They will be eliminated. The dark veil goes out from TSM. They're trying to cut the zone in half. Behind them though, trying to mirror.
Live Roblox worth it nggak sih? Nggak tahu. Kayaknya worth it sih, banyak sih yang nonton. Si Leon kan live Roblox tuh, itu lumayan rame loh penontonnya. Aku kurang suka main-main game Roblox. Nggak tahu, kayak nggak cocok aja kemarin. Udah pernah nyobain, cuman kayak nggak cocok aja gamenya. Lalu siapa aja temen aku Kenjo, dia streaming juga. Nice nih, 4 besar. Let's go, 7 kill. Let's go. Waduh. Wah, kena sandwich cuy.
Alliance did get the swaps though, and now we're going to see caustic barrels go down. Is there going to be a Nox grenade? That's the biggest question. Shots being exchanged, shots being fired. First knock does go to Alliance though. Couple of kills going to be traded out though. It's one player alive.
Ini game LG sih. Tuh, 2 lawan 1. Leonardo Zakari, iya Leonardo Zakari. Match 2, apakah udah mulai? Nah, udah mulai match 2. Oh, udah 2 tim. Udah 2 tim
from this northwest side. There is going to be a ring
Keluar.
console. They can also get the information had they not already. So they're in a really good spot, Oxygen. That is such an important fight to win. Exit might have heard that commotion because Exit up in Skyhook, but I think it's too far for them to traverse the map and try and even get involved.
Fnatic making their way from the north side again. They're currently just kind of leaving Epicenter, heading in towards Monument and Fragment. Ascend, they're inside a Siphon at the moment alongside Pulverex. Now there's going to be quite a lot of teams kind of stacking up inside a Siphon just because getting into launch site
Masih aktif sih dia, cuman beberapa hari ini dia belum bisa aktif tuh karena dia mau ujian kan, ujian profesi. Kami kan lagi ngambil profesi apoteker nih sekarang nih. Nah, di akhir kalau udah selesai prakteknya, praktek kerjanya, nah itu tuh nanti dia ada ujian kompetisi ya gitu. Nah itu tuh, sekarang dia lagi ujian. Karena dia ujian duluan karena dia ngambil periode yang lebih cepat gitu dibandingkan aku.
Quite close neighbors right now, and it looks like they got the initial knock. Yes, they did. Yuki's already got the damage, and now they push in. It's going to be an easy cleanup for them.
This looks a bit too easy for Alliance, I've got to say. The opening damage comes in.
Kuliahnya kami bareng sih. Kuliahnya satu angkatan, cuman pas ngambil profesinya beda angkatan. Makanya aku kenal sama Leon.
NRG are just to their east, and you can see NRG were the ones taking some pop shots there, but Alliance healthy enough where it's not going to be a threat, and NRG will not send it, because the position NRG hold right now is quite a commanding one. That choke is very difficult to try and get through if you are pushing from this west side. So NRG are going to be more than happy to stay here. They've also got Loba, so they can get that black market down and get some extra resources.
Resources might be very useful for them at the moment, because you can see that 2 blues and a white shield isn't exactly the best thing in the world. So if they can steal away some of the, essentially some of the leftover things that came from
Iya, namanya keren banget ya.
Exactly what they've managed to do.
Namanya keren banget, Leonardo Zakari. Dipanggil Leon.
My only worry about holding this position for NRG is Alliance have a lot of time to just slowly poke and prod at NRG and try and get that information, maybe try and deplete some of the resources that NRG don't seem to have. And then if they can get them weak and they can get that info, they might be able to push in. But here comes Sheila. You're not crafting on my watch.
Ini NRG dari kemarin meta breaker banget sih. Make karakter yang nggak meta. Orang-orang lagi pada pakai katalis, pakai apa namanya, Horizon. Dia pakai rampart, loba. Apa coba? Nih rata-rata pada kayak gitu tuh. Nih kalau nggak kayak gini, pakai kripto. Pakai Valkyrie.
As Fnatic now make their way. Currently just outside of stacks. They're in the vault tunnel trying to move towards it. Kind of taking a little bit of a long wrap here.
Nih Bang Alor lagi mulai meta. Ayo Pak, sinyal kurang muter mulu. Oke. Oke Ganjo. Thank you udah mau mampir ya.
Even more important as we get into match point for Championship Sunday. Fnatic had some good success. They got a victory on World's Edge, a couple of top 3s, a top 5. For Dark Zero, who we were previously on, though, they really struggled on World's Edge yesterday. They were only able to get 1 top 5 throughout the group stages, and I don't feel like that's good enough for a Dark Zero squad who usually are up there when it comes to matches.
However, they did have Aurora in the lobby.
And that is very true.
So, you know, we can't maybe
Kuliah sambil kerja. Kuliahnya sekarang udah selesai, Kenjo. Sekarang kayak praktek kerja gitu. Thank you. Sukses juga Kenjo. Semangat streamingnya. Magang lah, magang.
Maybe pick up a few armors, put themselves into a position where they're more kitted to fight for this endgame. On the other side, though, you can see not quite the same thing for DZ as Entropic make their move.
What a story it has been for Entropic as well.
Thank you, bro.
Maybe one of the overachievers so far. I don't think there was maybe
disrespected.
Yeah, I think they have been a little bit. I think maybe people thought that they were going to be pushovers in this tournament, but they certainly were not. Finished 13th overall in the standings and find themselves in this winner's bracket, and they might push on this damage.
Wants this. Hyaka wants this. It's going to fly in. It's a little bit overzealous. It was 102, but now that shield bat is going to be pushed. And no. I mean, it's falling apart here.
Is that one of those commentator curses? Is that what just happened? Did I do that?
No, I think that's what's known as a bad decision.
Okay. Fnatic holding strong. Just a couple of shots go a miss there, and Fnatic took full advantage of it. I do believe that they were just maybe a little bit too eager to get involved. It's very easy to do with the Sea of Silence. When you hit it, when you've got an arc star there, you're thinking, yeah, go, but it's so hard to pull yourself back when you're sliding down like that.
Also, this lobby, you can't afford to make that mistake because you're fighting Fnatic, right? This is one of the best teams in the world, mechanically absolutely superb, elite.
And best friends. Best friends, very important. Best friends, very important.
You hit my friend, I'm going to make sure you pay for it. As Yuka just checks their back at the moment to make sure nobody's going to be rotating on that drone in from stacks. Interesting to see, actually, there is a team, Naked, who might be doing that a little bit later, but for Fnatic for now, they will be safe. Except inside a zone at the moment. They're over at Thermal Station, maybe waiting to hit that ring console and make their choice.
Yeah, and the circle has continued to pull south, so everyone who went to launch site are being rewarded. Those who were kind of sitting in Lava Siphon hoping for maybe a dodgy pull, they're now going to get the information that they're going to have to move south. And not only are we going further south, but it will be a launch site finish.
Yeah, you can see the pings coming in here. This is going to be another crafting session for Xset as well. So they're going to head towards Harvester.
Oh, Nocturnal's going to go down?
You would imagine. Pick him back up, buddy. And even though this might look a little bit awkward and a little bit janky, there certainly is a theory behind it. Double craft and then try and hit in late. Oxygen currently might be their only problem as they're currently on the train tracks. Alliance, though, second place in the first game, decent amount of KP. Having won that fighting tree, we're still here.
Still here, and this is what I was mentioning. They can wait here for quite some time, kind of waiting, should we push NRG? Can we see any teams that are going to be rotating through on the northern side from Lava Siphon? Can we pick up any third parties? They're just waiting and listening. If they do start to push through that choke and do a little bit of damage to NRG, it might encourage the likes of Dark Zero and FaZe to get involved, but it's still a difficult position for Alliance to try and get through it. The other option is you go over everything and you go for one of the late evac towers as well. I am intrigued to see what Alliance try and go for in terms of their decision, but they have another minute until they have to make it.
Pulverex inside a Siphon at the moment, but they're not going to be able to stay here for too long. Oxygen Esports did make the move from the tracks, and Xset have taken that spot away. So Xset have double crafted now. They're in a position to really approach this zone, and they will have to fight their way through as Alliance 2 are trying to do a little bit of damage here to Oxygen, who are down underneath these supporting structures just on the bottom of that platform of Siphon. But 45 seconds, Dan, 16 squads remaining. Someone is going to have to fall as Effect is chipping away and being just essentially a complete and utter nuisance.
Yeah, this was what I was talking about. Just those teams that are coming from the north are going to be griefed by Alliance, and if they do enough damage, they can push up on some of this, because there's going to be about 4 teams in the same area, and there will be weak teams. There's going to be a couple players down, as now it's going to be Xset pushing in on the damage that had already been done by Alliance.
Well, Xset are making this push at the moment. I wonder if they're going to try and continue the fight. Let's jump into the listening with Xset and find out for ourselves.
Right now, I'm not with you. In truck. Yep. Reinforce it.
I need to loot.
What do you need? I don't know where he died at.
I just have no health meds. There.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Thank you.
We have
to go forward and play platform. We have to go forward.
And no one's there. I'm mark spamming this trailer. He smoked that.
I can. I already smoked it.
I'm crossing.
Bat.
I'll look for you. I have Q in one fun.
Yep.
Q in.
Team right here.
Oh, bro. Can you shoot at them?
Shoot at who?
That's northeast team.
Oh, I can't. I need to slide down.
Is trailer free?
On me. No. They're bang ulting us. I have no smokes for this.
No, I'm dead. Dude. Find my shield.
I'm gonna turn res.
Jesus.
It was always going to be a rough zone here for Xset, and now it's all up to Nocturnal as a solo here, Dan, to try and rescue the game. 15 squads remaining. And he's already on a CQ.
Yeah, I mean, as we expected, Alliance now are going to be the ones that are going to put the final dagger into Exit here. As Geo eliminated Exit, also confirmation they're down now. It was Alliance, but Ulbrichts and 100 Thieves are still in this area. So Alliance, rather than going through that choke and trying to take a fight against NRG, they just bided their time, they wait for the damage to be done, they wait for people to push those advantages, and then they come in as the last team to arrive.
I mean, Alliance are doing a lot of work here, and it's mostly down to Hackis. Hackis has the charge rifle in his hands, and he's just picking away 100T in front of them at the moment. And I'm still so interested to see what the call is here. Are they going to retreat, having seen all this traffic? Are they going to use an evac tower to try and get up that hill towards launch site a little bit later? Oxygen, in the meantime, had one. Now they have none. They have been eliminated. 11 squads now remaining.
And maybe they will push south again, mainly because pushing up that hill is not going to be a fun one. Fnatic eliminated as well. 11 squads now remain as Moist Esports are looking to try and pick up some KP, as FC Destroy have lost one. All the meanwhile, this circle is still trickling further and further into LIGHTSYNC's hands. Remember, they dropped down at launch site, and the circle is still ending on the very southeast tip of launch site, where LIGHTSYNC still hold that building. So that's going to be great for them.
I mean, MT's barking right now. You can see it from the player cams, right? You can see the passion really flowing through Moist Esports. They were quiet yesterday, but they made it here. And that's all that really matters at this point, getting into this lobby and then converting it into a grand finals appearance. Walty has to be careful here. Yanya from downtown with that scout. Chips away, but they should be safe enough to get this res.
The only APAC South team in this lobby as well. It was very impressive they were able to get through. I mean, yes, okay, some people will say Dark Zero are as well, but they're North American now. Sorry, Genome. Moist still alive. They're able to get the third back up. TSM very close to where Moist are, as are 100 Thieves, but the circle is now closing in. All these teams have to go down towards launch site, but look where LIGHTSYNC are. Perfect place for them as they wait for other teams to arrive.
Moist trying to push their way forward as well. Procie only needs one damage to join his two teammates on a purple Evo shield. Pulverex eliminated in the meantime. There's going to be Dark Veils exchanged. 100 Thieves have gone as well. And here come TSM. Surprise, surprise, they're still alive.
TSM doing very well at the moment, but it might just be a little bit too much, as the grenades now are going to do the last bit of damage. Reps is clinging on to dear life, but they go out in 9th. And we see FC Destroy also eliminated in 8th position. 7 squads now remain, but Moist have done very well to just be able to get into this little lava ledge here.
I mean, let's talk about Alliance, what they've done, by the way. Moist Esports clear out this side of the map. Fantastic play from them. But Alliance have worked their way into the height building to join LIGHTSYNC, who have been here from the start. So Alliance's calls have been so good in this game, and you can see how difficult it is for the likes of Moist to fight your way uphill towards where this end zone is going to be. I don't know how they've done it. We'll have to go back and watch, but Alliance are in prime position.
Yeah, this position's excellent for them, because not only are they close to that final circle or to one of the later circles, but they can also hold out a lot of the squads that are now going to be below them. NRG, who were holding that choke for so long, they're now going to have to push up onto Alliance. How the tables turn.
I mean, if they want to take this fight, Alliance, this could be a fight to win the game against LG. I think they know that themselves, and might be a bit too much of a risk to take immediately. So they're going to slow it down for just a few seconds. Ascend also found themselves places to play, but I think they're only down to 1 at the back of this large building here. Alliance are lining this one up. LG, they know they're there as well. And Yuki's got some Nox gas, and he might be about to make things a little bit smelly.
But Ascend might actually be able to rat out to a top 3 here, because the circle only holds 2 teams, LG and Ascend right now. Moist might be able to rotate on the northern side. They should get in comfortably. But Dark Zero, NRG, FaZe, they've all got to move at the same time. Whilst Alliance is going to press LIGHTSYNC, this is going to be mental.
Alliance look like they want to make the moves. They have to make the move. The zone forces them to do so. They get inside the building. Hackis can't get the knock. There's the black hole going in, but LG avoided. And now Hackis, no, they don't. It comes back down. NRG eliminated in the meantime. Hackis and Yuki trying to do what they can to keep the hopes and dreams of Alliance alive in this game number 2.
Gold knockdown shield does wonders. I don't think they'll get the res, but they might get up to full health. Dark Zero and FaZe start to head to this fight now, as this building is just absolute chaos. This is where you need to communicate with the rest of the squad.
I mean, and LG are doing an amazing job here of holding the fort. They will not let anyone in. They should be able to get the thirst as well. They might be able to clean that fight up themselves. Alliance lose 2. LG down to 1 though, as Yanya's feeling the pressure.
Yanya, a lot of pressure, but he goes up into the skies. Ascend, the rat, Kashiro is still alive right now, as well as now Yanya re-engages and comes up from above. Alliance eliminated in 6th place. LG GeForce still hold.
Owning tuh LG.
Is there anyone there to really pressure them? Kashiro is still alive.
Wah, Dark Zero nih.
As the solo
Dark
player
Zero
here
nih
for Ascend,
sumpah
like
kalau
you were
main
saying,
LAN ngeri
might
banget
be able
dia
to do
sumpah.
something a little bit special here. Dark Zero somehow have forced their way into zone as well, but they are broke for economy. They have no shields to play with.
Walks into a full 3 as Dark Zero were there waiting.
Controller
The ambush
dilawan.
perfect. 4 squads remain. Dark Zero, Moist Esports, FaZe, and a weakened LG GeForce, who have been holding this building throughout the entirety of this game. But again, this is great points for LG, who had already won the previous match, putting themselves in a great spot for potential grand finals.
This is a great performance from FaZe as well.
FaZe masih lengkap 3, Dark Zero masih lengkap 3. Oh, ini 3-3-3 2, yang 2 LG. GG anjirnya makanya. Itu gen Burton tuh controller, dia pakai controller jago banget. Dark Zero kan 2 kali menang dia champion. Dark Zero tuh 2 kali menang dia champion tuh. Iya makanya controller. Banyak sih pemain Apex yang pakai controller sekarang. Snipe down pakai controller.
In this game with an opportunity to win it, Dark Veil goes down from LG here. Do they see Moist below them?
Ini game Dark Zero sih. Ini kalau Dark Zero bisa ngalahin FaZe udah fix Dark Zero menang. Tapi bisa jadi Moist sih. Bisa jadi Moist kalau dia nahan di bawah patahannya tuh, patahan jurang.
Dark Zero still hold a fantastic position, but all these Dark Veils are going to be falling very soon, and that's when suddenly all the gunfire matters. LG GeForce do get eliminated.
LG down as we find ourselves with the final 3. The zone is going to...
Ini mau nggak mau FaZe harus keluar. Dia keluar pun ketemu 2 orang, 2 tim. Ketemu 2 tim. Kanan kiri. Jadi kemungkinan mereka duluan sih yang mati. Si FaZe nih. Sisa 3 tim ya. Siapa nih menang nih? Wah, ini Darusu nih. Kalah Dark Zero. FaZe yang menang. Oh, Moist. Wih, nge-clutch cuy. Ih, darahnya lihat. Darahnya lihat ya. Tuh. Nih. Tuh, darahnya segini menang nih. Darahnya segini nih.
And Moist were just able to slowly walk their way into that circle, and they waited until they felt the time they had to push with the grab lift. I think they arrived at the perfect.
Quality bar gets raised. Moist seem to find their spot,
but much needed points, of course, for FaZe.
Tar, LG kok bisa mati ya? Wait. Kita lihat lagi ya. LG matinya kapan? Di sini dia udah mati. Di sini dia udah mati. Mati kalah lawan Dark Zero. Nih, FaZe mau nggak mau keluar. Dia ulti katalis. Si Moist dari bawah lompat. Wah, gila sih. Tuh. Darahnya cuy. Tuh.
Side out towards Dome, and they kind of worked their way in, took down TSM as they tried to force their way in and just completely cleared out that side of zone, and then they had the walk in with everyone else busy with LG up on that high ground. So a really, really important fight to win.
Iya sih.
Dark Veil again keeps them alive.
Dia kalau battle royale kayak gini, final ringnya selalu seru sih pasti. Final ringnya, final zone-nya.
And that gave them the opportunity to kind of wander into the circle, do some damage through the Dark Veil, but I think they were caught off guard by the grab lift of Moist.
Ini dia.
I tell you what, it was blooming close, and I'm
ini
looking forward to
Moist.
seeing how this final circle did play out because it was only a slither of health.
Oh, dia dapetin satu si LG. Ya, LG-nya mal juga. Oh, nggak ada tempat lagi ya LG-nya ya.
So fascinating to watch how the games end due to the legend comp, right? I mean, Moist Esports, yes, they have a climb up here if they
Nah,
need
ini dari sini nih
the
dia.
ability to use the grab lift, have it available from the horizon. It just means you avoid the gunfire.
Dengar dia, udah dengar dia kan suara Face sama Dark Zero kelahi, lompat orang nih ke atas. Nah, lompat orang nih ke atas.
From the skies, they fall down. MT does so much damage. Picks up a couple of kills himself, more than a couple, and then the clutch from Waltzy in the final seconds gives Moist that win.
And there was a big silence right from the heavens as well, just being able to get that information of where those players are and how much health they had. 24 points for Moist.
TSM. Aku suka TSM sih, Imperial Hall. GG juga tuh TSM. Verhulst, Raps dengan snipernya blue.
Alliance picking up 7 kills though. They end up with 10 more points to add to their tally. So
ini winners bracket. Winners bracket tuh berarti sebelum final ya kalau nggak salah ya. Ini diambil 10 besar, nanti yang 10 besarnya masuk final. Yang 10 ke bawah, yang 10 dari bawah itu dia berarti ke loser bracket.
You could shoot up those leaderboards and give yourself a better chance of getting into that grand final. Pioneers losing out on that contest in match number 2. I can guarantee you we're going to see it again for match number 3. For E6, they weren't really able to get going, nor were realized there were a couple of squads in their rotations where they were just caught off guard. Maybe they need to be planning in a way where they can expect some of these teams. I mean, they've done their research, they know where squads are going to be, but they still sometimes get surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know where squads are going to be, but this is a lobby that you're not going to be 100% comfortable in playing in. Different play styles from all over the globe, right? And this is why the Apex Legends Global Series is so special when we get to these LAN events. I mean, this is how the series looks at the moment. LG on top with 34 points. Moist after that win in behind with 29, but extremely close. But LG, great zone for them. They make the most of it. They didn't get the win, but they certainly got some decent points. But I got to talk about XZ. That's a really, really rough zone for them. A couple of ones which has been tough for them to try and navigate.
So at the moment, the cutoff is 8 points, but of course 4 matches still to play, so it's going to be nowhere near there by the time that we get through these games. But it certainly just gives us an idea of the teams that are
TSM dapat 4. Peringkat 4 karena dia match pertama dia banyak nge-kill ya tadi ya. Sama 5 besar juga deh kan. Match pertama.
We'll have to wait and see how the games develop. Of course, we've got one more on World's Edge before we head over to Storm Point. But just while the players take a quick break and get ready to get into the next game, I believe that Blaze is somewhere in the crowd right now, and he's got some close family of Dark Zero with him.
Yes, I do, on set and Gaskin. Some of the best Dark Zero fans I can find out there in the building. I'm with the family here of Dark Zero. I got them up here at the top. Now, I got Papa Gian right over here to my left. Papa Gian, what is it like watching your boy play in another major tournament once again, doing so well?
Well, this is my 4th championships, and I'm very proud of him, the team, family for support, and all the other followers of DZ, and really everybody that's here. Thank you for all of you for coming here. I'm very happy to have you all here, and thank you, London.
Yeah, thank you, London. Well said, Papa Jen. Now, Mama Linda, okay? Once again, watching your boy play, you've already watched him pull 2 major championships in. How proud are you?
I'm very proud, and don't forget that NA regional final. And we're building. Our map's coming. We're on. Making history.
Making history for Mama Linda. She said it well. Now, Papa Richard, I got you over here in the corner. Oh, my God, that handshake. You're going to crack a knuckle right there. Talk to me about how you're feeling and what the atmosphere has been like in the building.
Atmosphere is superb. Level of play really high. These are the best. And watching the best is always a great thing. And watching our boy compete with the best is even better.
It is even better, okay? We're about to hop into this next game, but Papa Richard, I want you to get the Dark Zero fans in the world hype. What you want to tell them to get your team ready?
Dark Zero, just do what you do and do it the level you know you can do. Let's go.
Let's go, Dark Zero, do what you do. That's gonna do it from us. On set, Gaskin, take us away.
Absolutely amazing to see the family members traveling all over the world to support their kids, what they do. I mean, the air miles must be racking up for the DZ right now.
It makes me emotional. I love seeing it. The support from the parents in esports, and I'm sure it meant a lot to the players as well, just to glance up and see it. But now it's about locking in, because Dark Zero still have a job to do, and I'm sure they'd love to be lifting another trophy. And if they can get into tomorrow, if they can get to Championship Sunday, suddenly the odds do go into their favor.
Dua baru.
Match point is where they just shine.
Sebelumnya 4, cuman kosan tuh cuman bisa maksimal 2 orang, jadi 2 aja dulu. Iya. 2 lagi ya nggak dipanggil jadinya.
From there, they just look like they're getting stronger and stronger as the games go by. And the same could be said about LG and Moist. LG looking strong in game number 1. Moist esports to the win in game 2. Sets us up perfectly for World's Edge and our match number 3. Now after this, Dan, things change. We go over to Storm Point, but for teams who love World's Edge, it's the last chance to win points on the board.
Yeah, and you want to get a good lead over the Storm Point teams. I mean, I'm going to point out, realize again, they found 3 victories during the group stages. They were having an incredible amount of points on Storm Point. If you are not, I'm going to say about 25 plus points, realize they might be able to come in and sneak up behind you and just take some away. So you want to put yourself in good stead with the map change. I'm very excited to see if we're going to see another southern zone, or is it going to go a little bit more north for some of these squads who have had to go through their treacherous journeys from north to south?
I'll wave my magic wand,
go on.
Invisible magic wand right now, and hope that we go a little bit more north. I might say, of course, some arguments about some teams who are landing down on the south, and certainly some fans at home who want their southern teams to keep getting zones, but the teams up on the north, I think they've been a little bit starved so far, so certainly would be a nice change to see that zone just popping towards the north side of World's Edge.
It would, and I think that there are teams, though, that have to accept that this is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You've got to try and fight your way down to the southern side.
I just realized that if it goes north now, everyone thinks that
if it does go north, Onset does have the controls of the ring console. So there we have our confirmation. Flip it, ship it, and send it.
Pretty cool. Here's to use the stat screen. Don't worry, everybody, I'm not involved. Match 3 is in front of us. Let's turn the conversation away from nonsense back to Apex Legends. The last time we're going to see World's Edge before we head over to Storm Point. The last chance to get a win on the board before things get a little bit mixy as we change maps.
Try and make sure you push to around a 40-point total. Try and get a guarantee of being into Championship Sunday. But of course, if you can come through in first place, you get that 10-point advantage in Championship Sunday. As we're back up to Climatizer, Geo versus Pioneers, round 3. Light it up.
Already shots being exchanged as well, and Pioneers taking a little bit of damage. Zane was trying to get that entry frag.
Nggak kedengaran.
Control play for the team. Trying to get aggressive. Nasi can be silenced as well.
Jam berapa tadi? Jam 4 lewat.
That's a nemesis. I'll tell you what, Dan, I've got a purple shield. I've got a really good idea here. Go on then. Our comms are great. Let's go for a listening immediately.
Lawan TSM dong nih berarti ya? Pioneers ya? Oh enggak dong, lawan GO. GO apa? Ganbare Otosan.
Best listening ever. That's all I'm going to say. Straight in, straight out. Oh no, Fnatic!
Terparty. Terparty.
You heard it as well in the comms. They said just chill, chill, chill. Fnatic.
Iya.
Arrive as they try and pick up the pieces here, but they're all
Dah mati Pioneers.
Doesn't matter though. They get that knock.
KCP deh. KCP Pioneers kan?
The way they would have wanted in KCP, this might be a short-lived celebration. They're down to just one now, I believe.
Left 4 Dead yuk 2. Bentar lagi Dad. Selesai ini deh, selesai ini. Selesai game ini.
Smiles turn to focus.
Now, I don't want to be that guy, right? But you've just won a fight. I know your adrenaline's pumping, but your first
Ya oke, yang dua.
it should be to swap some armors at least when you know full well there's lobby.
Oke, yang dua.
Trying to go for that third party. Such a tough pill to swallow for Pioneers, but at least Nasky has been able to escape, and they can try and maybe rat out, or he could go for banners a little bit later.
Hey Dan, it worked. It actually worked. We're going to the north, everybody. We're heading over.
Rifan dapat 100% Ted. Ada syaratnya kalau Rifan.
Cheers from the crowd. I mean, we love a little bit of a northern pool, right?
Well, it just means we get to see a very
Kau di mana sekarang, Ted?
from a lot of these squads. Instead of LG GeForce bunkering down in launch site, they're now going to have to move all the way.
Ada syaratnya nggak kalau mau Rifan? Kau di mana sekarang?
Give us a good idea of their consistency.
Jakarta.
Where that circle is. So it's always good to get a different perspective via the different rings that we will see. As for Exet, E6 and 100 Thieves, who are all up in Trials and Skyhook, they can just bide their time. They can loot up and try and find one of those priority positions.
Now Exet need to make the most of this. The same can be said about E6 and 100 Thieves.
Sebelum 2 jam maksudnya?
Pretty awkward zones to try and navigate. 100T did a really good job.
14 hari sebelum 2 jam maksudnya?
Get inside of that top 5 and that final scrap. But for Exet, there's no excuses.
2 jam.
If they chose to play one zone for the rest of their lives from where they drop, it would probably be.
Mainnya sebelum 2 jam.
So 8 teams already within.
Mainnya sebelum jam 2 maksudnya. Oh syaratnya. Oh syaratnya. Oke. Terus waktunya sebelum 14 hari. Oke. 14 hari. Tapi maksimal main kita 2 jam gitu ya. Yalah, apaan sih? Nah. Kami itu kemarin beli bundle, Ted. Cuma 13.000 dapat 2 game. Yah, mati Asen. Nah, Asen. Unlucky Asen. Udah habis dah nih. Habis. Masih ada Arkstar lagi. Horizon-nya. Tuh kan.
Ascend eliminated, that will be the end of their game after taking out Dark Zero. This is the tunnel that you don't really want to be involved in unless you're Moist to come out on top.
It's such a ruthless lobby. That's twice now we've seen teams win a fight, get a bit hyped about it, and then just instantly have all of that enjoyment
ripped away from them
as the third party arrives.
Karakternya pakai kayak gitu ya, agent comnya ya.
So everyone's doing it at the same time, and we're getting these little engagements happening in these chokeholds.
Perasaan dulu dia defensif banget sih, sekarang nih ofensif. Champion yang dipakainya.
So they should have all of the information they could possibly want from their POI as to where they've rotated to and where they want to play from. They're dead center at the moment, as you would expect them to be with that level of information. And speaking of staging, that's where Alliance find themselves as well to pick up that info on their way from Thermal Station. Moist Esports, the winner of game number 2. They're on your screens right now, and they're already pushing into Countdown and forcing a Dark Veil from another team.
Yeah, there's a few teams who are just lingering in Countdown, and I'm not really surprised that Moist decide maybe that isn't the best idea to try and force it. They want to go through this choke, but they did see shots coming the other way when they were taking down Ascend. It's Exet who are on the other side of that choke and will hold out Moist. The other option is they can go even further east.
Wah, Moist cakep sih mainnya. Wow, ketemu dia depan nih, ketemu nih. Oh enggak deng, lah. Oh kan ketemu kan. Nah ini dia. Nah ini dia nih. Mundur katanya, mundur deh, cabut. Cabut orang.
The focus of attention taking away all of those abilities that you would want to have available in a fight, and that means that Moist have a little bit more of a difficult time, but I think they're just desperate to pick up this loot and the pieces that are left behind.
Yeah, it's get the loot.
Lah malah Exetnya mundur.
The longer that they wait, the more likely some of these southern teams will be arriving. Even though they've got a lot of time in this circle, they don't want to be leaving it too late because it could be very quickly pinched from the other side. Fnatic are starting to arrive from the eastern side. Alliance are making their way from staging still. Even though there's quite a long way to go, Moist of course won't have too much of an idea of that. So they just need to be quick about this and make a decision fast.
Pasang wifi sendiri lah, Dad, biar apa? Kalau mau enak
Fnatic now making their approach as well. We saw them attempting a third party over at Climatizer a little bit.
Kayak siapa ya? Kayak Birong di kosannya wifi-nya jelek, dia masang ini sendiri. Wifi sendiri. 90 charge rifle-nya. Masuk semua pelurunya. Ay, mati dia. Mati satu. Sama mati. Exit. Loh, dibalikin ya orangnya.
And you've just got to be able to reset accordingly. Now, thankfully, even if you do go down in a building, you should be able to reset. No one's going to be brave enough to be going from building to building right now when it's so congested here. But it is going to be pulling to the southern side of Skyhook. This is good news for Moist, who have now found one of the better buildings in this area.
And they've taken it off Exet as well. And I said how Exet would love to play this zone, right? This is a home zone for Exet. Well, having had control of this triple-story building for pretty much the majority of the game, they lose out to Moist. They get a little bit lazy. They let that knock go down. And now they have to play this game out as a 2 unless they got that banner. But with so many teams in the area, that it's pretty unlikely they're going to be able to get a res in. For now, they Moist turn their attentions upwards towards the skies and the clouds. This team is going to hit a redeploy in, and that is going to be Fnatic. Are they going to find a home? The question is, yes, they find the cafe, and now they're going to be feeling good.
They were probably very worried as they approached.
Fnatic nih di group stage owning juga dia. Lumayan owning. Kalau dari Apak Nord aneh-aneh sih. Orang nih pakai championnya, pakai agentnya. Apa sih namanya Apex? Lupa lu. Champion, hero, apa ya? Karakter.
Got to take a lot of red damage if you want. You can just see FaZe now going on to the northwest. They're going to try and go round the mountain, and they might actually come across the 2 of Exet.
Pulverix trying to force their way into zone at the moment. They will be safe for the next zone, but over in Countdown, certainly still got some work to do. Same can be said for TSM, who are kind of holding the majority of Countdown to themselves. NRG are going to be their neighbors. The only teams who aren't really in a position at the moment to really have an influence as far as places to play are outside of the zone. That's LG Shibas, and you've got Naked, who are over in Geyser at the moment. FaZe right out to the north of Trials themselves as well. Maybe looking for a late wrap, which could work out pretty nicely for them if E6 don't see where they are. So a lot of, I would say, nervy moments for FaZe.
Realize, nah ini apa juga nih.
What's going to happen in front of them? 100 Thieves, they're set up bang center of zone. And they've got some decent weaponry to do damage from.
That was FaZe. FaZe moved all the way into Skyhook with that evac tower. FaZe now will find themselves just up on top of the middle. Now they know they have to move a bit southern because they do have the ring console information, but they're okay for now. Round 2 is about to close. And as you said, there are just 2 teams who are really affected by this round 2 close. It's LG Chivas and Naked. LG are far closer than Naked, who are still down at Harvester of all places.
FaZe will be safe in that next zone. They do have ring console information as well. As you can see in the top left-hand side of your screen, 17 squads still remaining, by the way. LG, I would say, probably alongside Naked, the only 2 teams who aren't really close to this zone at the moment, but certainly having to start to put their running shoes on and get a little bit closer so they can compete. And this is a real test for LG, right? We've seen them do so well to win that game number 1, the central zone. The one that pulled towards them, they get some great placements from as well. But this game number 3 is a test of something different for them. How do you play from the edge?
Yeah, I think we learn a lot about LG in this particular game. They're going to go full north wrap on these train tracks, and as long as they've got the heals, they'll be absolutely fine. You can see syringes and medkits are available, so they should be in a good spot, and they can use the balloon just to get out and speed things up if they would like to. So we don't have to worry about them for now. Instead, it's going to be the squads who are going to have to move in from the southern side. Naked will potentially clash with Alliance. E6 still hold Trials, and everyone else is kind of around Countdown and Skyhook. Now, there is a world where this circle could pull down towards Countdown and where TSM currently reside. It's a tough pull, and it'll be an annoying one for Skyhook goers. But hopefully for the Skyhook players, it will continue to pull on the southern side of Skyhook where Moist was set up.
I talked about the rotation from FaZe. Well, they've managed to find themselves into a really solid position. It is going to be pulling towards the Skyhook side. So LG now up on the top of the central structure in Skyhook are probably trying to do a little bit of scouting from here. Work out where they can poke in and where might be free for them to play next. But LG done a great job, like I mentioned, moving all the way from the southern tip of World's Edge to the northern one. Without taking damage and still being safe is a great call from them.
So there you go. The circle is going to be pulling down to Moist. TSM will have to move, but of course they're not going to know about it until the next ring closes because they don't have a ring console where they currently are. The same can be said for NRG, Oxygen, Realize, Pulverix are all going to have to move up north. And even the teams who are currently holding the northern side of Skyhook still have to force their way down as well. So Moist are going to be so happy with the building that they were able to get in those early stages. Their only threat is going to be Entropic, who are coming from the same vault area that Moist were residing in a little bit earlier on. As for TSM, they are going to have to move. This is Entropic that I was talking about. They're into the vault area. They do have Alliance behind them. And Alliance might force Entropic into Moist here.
I mean, Alliance will force them because Alliance have to make this play. You can see that one of them is hitting the ring console over at the survey building just outside of them of where Entropic are looking at the moment to the left. Effect is having a little prod and a poke. You can see him now escaping using that grab lift to do so. Still has the black hole available though, and the difficulty here for Entropic is if they do get pushed by Alliance, they got Yuki on the core stick who can really cause some problems in those close range areas.
I was about to say that with the survey beacon, Alliance will get the info that they can take the northeast side here of Skyhook and just kind of walk themselves in. They just need to be ready. Evac tower works even better, I guess, then you don't have to worry about as much heals. They did try and place that, I swear they tried to place that in the zone and it fell out of the zone. But with the survey beacon information, Alliance know exactly where they can comfortably land and they're going to be safe for now.
Yeah, such a much better feeling, a much safer feeling to know that as you land, this building is going to be safe. So Alliance, they're going to be Gucci for now. I'll tell you what, not just Gucci down, this is a pretty good spot because they are now looking at LG Shivas, who have rotated in front of them. This is two teams who have had a long way to go. Found themselves in two of the best spots, and that's one of the things you don't talk about sometimes, right, is if you leave it late and you get a pretty funky zone pull and you are one of the teams who is arriving latest, then because everyone else has guessed somewhere else or believes from their research that the zone is going to one place, it goes to another, there's spots open that you can find, and that's exactly what Alliance have done.
Yeah, because once you've chosen a building, it's very difficult to leave said building because eyes are going to be on you from various different directions. And with half of this next circle being taken up by the mountain, there's only, what, maybe 4 buildings that are actually going to be in this next circle and just the area outside of the vault. And Moist Esports are going to be so happy with the fact that they did really force exit off of that triple stack building and take it nice and early. Because they're going to be able to hold this for quite some time and have a chance to maybe go back to back in this game.
Oxygen rubbing shoulders with TSM at the moment, who's still inside of that building. Naked are going to be to TSM's left as well. Pulverix in the area. This is kind of the battle for countdown at the moment, and you feel like only one team can really leave. Entropic coming back through that vault tunnel as well that we saw a few moments ago, and for now, Oxygen on this bridge, probably trying to plan their next move. Do they try and slide down into Skyhook, where that building is available, though Fnatic were holding the cafe a little bit earlier, but they won't know that, of course. There's a little bit of a risk to slide down and kind of, you know, put your hands together and pray that it's going to be a good place to play.
So you could argue Moist, FaZe, FC Destroy and Fnatic are the teams who are in the best positions at the moment.
Temu siapa nih Moist nih?
Completely right, there is one
Di bawahnya siapa?
building of spare that the likes of Xset, 100 Thieves might be able to take if they push from that
Moist.
northwest side. Pioneers, by the way, are still alive. Naski as a solo has been able to get into Skyhook.
Fnatic ya bawahnya.
Any sort of confrontation right now, but that will very quickly change as this next circle moves in and other teams are trying to find buildings to play.
Realize eliminated. Now we're going to start to see the lobby.
Realize udah eliminated.
Slow burn of this game. But as the fuse is lit, we're getting a little bit closer to that TNT. Oxygen. No, they've got to start making a play. 10 seconds till the zone starts to close, and there's some good opening damage coming in from
5-3. Aduh. Aduh, ketemu TSM tuh. Aduh, ayolah. Nah, tuh dia dibalas kan sama Reps, mampus. Dua lawan dua bisa dong, bisa dong.
war in and around Countdown. I mentioned that only one can leave, and Oxygen probably thinking, well, if anyone else is going to fight here, everyone else is going to scrap. We might be able to actually get ahead of the traffic. But instead, Reeds has to turn around, and now he'll fall as well. Vayne is out there. Pulverex now flying down behind them, mirroring them themselves. And Pulverex look like they might be the ones to come out here.
NRG got out of dodge. They avoided everything. TSM eliminated as well as Oxygen. So Pulverex who were last to the party.
Tai Pulverex. Mainnya terparty, cok.
Naski rats out to top 15, gets 1 placement point. Could that prove to be vital for getting into championship Sunday?
My goodness, the timing on that wall. There was an arc star at their feet. But the wall goes down from the Sheila as now we turn our attentions towards Fnatic, trying to force, trying to fight, trying to clear space, and trying to defend their building. 100 Thieves are falling in the meantime. We're down to just 12.
Every building is a war zone.
Fnatic owning, wah ini game Fnatic sini. Game Fnatic sini.
Effect and Alliance. I think Effect may have just gone down there as well as E6 now alongside FaZe are going to be holding this building. And it doesn't matter where you are right now, you are not alone. There is someone that could very easily take you down.
Exit main aman karena sisa 2 orang.
The thing is, right, we were talking about Exet. Moist took that building from them, they lost 1. Exet's still alive and still inside of zone. And more importantly as well, Exet on their own in that building as well, so they're going to be able to wait for everyone else to do damage and maybe pick up the placement points off the back of that. Moist still in this
Buset,
building,
Moist di tengah-tengah nih. Atasnya ada tim, bawahnya ada tim.
Element 6, FaZe and Alliance are all in the building with Moist. That is a terrifying building to be part of. FC Destroy are on the outside of things here, and they do have a lot of cover to work with. These crates can really work out for them. They just need to try and keep out of the action a little bit, but having the Newcastle is going to be massive for FC Destroy.
Di push.
They kind of want to send this.
They're going to send it. They thought they had the damage, but the mobile shield might be enough to slow things down here.
Lawan siapa nih? EIQ apa tuh tim apa tuh?
But now he's left on his own. He's got the Newcastle wall to play behind. Kills going down either side of him.
Kalah, cok.
As it's a 2v1 dropping now. Can he win this? This would be a magical play, but looks unlikely.
Tropic going to try and get the revive here. Remember, they had sent one very quickly onto Fnatic in the previous game, and they were punished for it. But this time, if they can win this engagement against FC Destroy, they will hold a fantastic position for this end game. All the meanwhile, absolute carnage is happening on the
LG pun juga
FC
udah keluar.
as well as LG Chivas.
Bahaya si LG ini. Bisa dikejar sama Moist.
If you want to try and escape as naked, also out.
Moist still inside of this building. Alliance have taken the roof though. Alliance have control of the height. That means everyone else will have to leave first.
Exet masih hidup aja tuh.
About Exet still alive, northern side of the zone, only team in the building. NRG also have a building to themselves.
NRG
and Pulverex.
NRG masih hidup, cok.
In the only other building inside of this zone.
Such a good play from NRG as well. It was when the fight was happening with TSM and Pulverex and Oxygen. NRG just dropped the evac tower, went up into the sky, got over everyone, and swooped on into Sky.
Alliance tai si efek. Gokil si Aim ya.
Alliance were able to maybe just shoot across the map, but they should be able to get him back up. Remember, Exet are just a 2 on that northern side. 9 squads remaining, round 6 is closing. This is why I love Apex Legends. The last time we'll see World's Edge in the winners bracket final here. And 9 squads to try and duke it out to call themselves
3, E6 sisa 2, Alliance masih 3, Moist masih 3, Exet sisa 2. Wah, ini mati-matian nih orang ini nih. 1, 2, 3, 4 tim. 4 tim ini mati-matian nih pasti. Perang-perangan pasti. Sisa Exet, NRG. Wah, NRG wah, itu mati nih. Game energi nanti keluar ya? Oh enggak, nanti masih ada ter. Posisinya energi masih enak sih kayaknya. Nah tuh kan, yang dari gedung tuh pada keluar semua. Tuh, mampus. Moist keluar, Exet keluar.
snipe down, try and survive.
I mean, even having a Valkyrie here could be big because you can get up in the sky, you can avoid some of this play. But
Mati tuh dari luar.
Frex as a two still doing their job. Alliance get eliminated.
Face juga keluar, Face habis nih, Face habis Face. Alliance keluar, Face keluar. Energi masih ada ya? Energi keluar. Fnatic fix. Gampang banget gamenya. Wah, gampang banget gamenya sama Fnatic.
Show the power of Valkyrie as well, just being able to get out of the way of everyone, get up into the sky a little bit and arrive late. I know the evac towers, they nerfed Valkyrie a little bit, made her a little bit annoyed at sometimes, but when you get teams on their comfort picks, you can show what you're made of. And Fnatic, they just poised themselves perfectly in that final circle to pick up the pieces yet again.
Big win that for Fnatic as well. Winning a game in this winners bracket, it's a different feeling to groups, because this is the best 20 teams that have performed so far at this event. It makes you believe that when we get to the finals, and if you get there, you are good enough.
Ya Dan, mau level dead nggak?
Match point format, that is huge for Fnatic.
That and a victory should give you enough points to allow you to get into Championship Sunday, right? You should always be up and around 20 after getting a victory, but then it's also about just playing consistently after that fact to push yourselves into the Championship weekend. But you've got to remember that whoever finishes first overall will have that advantage going into the Grand Finals. 10 points for first, 9 for second. You know, it works.
It goes down, and one thing that certainly did go down was that fight as everyone left that building. It was such a crazy end game that we did see, and I will stand by saying that Skyhook finishes some of my favorite to certainly watch. I love it when teams can coexist, because it,
Kemarin tuh yang mana yang seru ya? Ada playlistnya yang seru loh.
Hit your face, you be like. Hit your face, you.
Drama, yuk kita gaskan. Ada suara aku guys? Ada. Apes. Ada. Masih live guys? Masih. Ya. Apa dari kayak mana caranya? Aku udah lupa dah. Mapnya aja yang ingat ya, agak ingat lah mapnya. Nah, join lah. Campaign, get friend. Yang lain mana? Nggak tahu. Kok aku tanda tanya? Kok udah ada hero aja? Kau pilih lah kalau kau mau. Gimana caranya? Terus karakter. Lupa guys. Nah, tunggu orang nih. Lanjut, gas nih. Ayo. Ntar. Aku telepon Sudia. Ada telepon Sudia. Masih malam minggu nih ya Sabtu. Oh iya tuh. Kita aja jomblo. Enggak sih, aku nggak jomblo. Udah lah, gas aja lah. Gas ya? Berdua aja lah. Ya, oh nanti jam 11 katanya. Oke guys. Ada apa lu? Tek aja dong. Cek dong apa? Ini semua udah apa lu? Apa? Dapat lu nak keluar ya. Aku nggak ada pula WA-nya. Kok udah tamat kan, guys? Udah tamat apa? Coba live-nya. Udah tamat apa? Tamat kuliah? Udah kan? Udah. Aku lagi profesi. Oh. Kok lama cok loadingnya? Yang mana ini ya? Anjing besar kali tuh suara. Orangnya lain, Cok. Beda. Ntar lu kecilin suara lu, besar kali. Ada medkit tuh, ambil. Nah. Pakai pistol aja lah, jangan sosokan. Pakai apa? Wih, lari dia, Cok. Zombie ya. Wih, lebih banyak ya senjatanya. Ada pisau. Wih, enggak. Gantinya ke pistol.
Pes.
Ah.
Jaringan aku.
Alah.
Jaringan kosannya.
Weh, bantu gue. Weh. Ya elah, 2 kali aku kena.
Bisa 2 kali ya.
Bocor suara kotet.
Oh iya, sorry.
Wih, sakit ya pistol yang ini. Gak diajak ya, join mic. Login. Bisa langsung ikut nih kalau nggak salah. Nih, langsung invite tuh. Zombie bawa itu, Cok. Ambil tuh bom. Wah, ambil tuh bom kocak. Suaraku kecil ya dia. Bentar, 69 apaan kocak? Left 4 Dead 2 tapi ya, Mik ya. Kemana nih? Oh, lewat sini kocak. Nih. Anjing. Zombie ya, Cok. Wih, bubur. Aduh, kena gua. Elah. Hati-hati ya, datang nih ya. Lagi joki, sok banget lagi joki. Bantu jatuh kok. Bisa jatuh ternyata. Malah tembak aku, orang jatuh. Aduh, nggak ada senjata bagus deh. Ini balik lagi kita, Cok, kalau kesini. Kesini. Woi, kaget aku. Astaga, depan aku. Sini gak sih? Sini. Apa sih itu? Yalah, kebakar, Cuk. Aku nge-heal dulu ya. Aduh. Loh, adrenalin aku mana? Suntikan aku hilang, Cok. Oh, udah, pegang aja. Oh, tadi mau pakai. Mana? Kesini ya? Wih, kebakar, Cuk. Lah, emang berasap nih ya? Ada shotgun tuh. Yang mau pakai shotgun. Woi, pipe bomb mana ya? Oh, di mana? Ted, kesini, Ted. Masih rame nggak? Aku ada pipe bomb sih kalau rame. Lewat mana, Cok? Save room, save room, save room. Ada Uzi dia. Ada Uzi. Mick, join Discord, Mick.
Ya.
Rochelle. Wih, pakai SMG ini enak sumpah, Ted. SMG yang ada silencer-nya.
There's a gun store on the way to the mall. What do you say we pay it a visit? Gun store sounds like a fine place to stop. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Y'all ready?
Ada granat launcher, Cuk.
This shit looks dangerous.
Granat launcher.
We got guns. Reloading. Hold up, gonna heal. Anyone know what that is? Cut that shit out. Grabbing a Molotov.
Tolong aku kena tarik. Tolong.
Reload. Boom about here. Mall's that way. Just keep following the signs. Got a chainsaw.
Wih, chainsaw.
Watch it. Damn. Suck on this.
Ada ini ada waktu habisnya nggak mau.
Hey, do you hear that crying?
Enggak itu cowok.
Ada suara ini ya. Orang-orang nangis.
Apa?
Ada suara cewek nangis, witch. Ada witch.
Ada witch. Aku lupa ada witch satu nih, tapi lupa tempat mana.
Itu dalam tuh kayak. Udah mati. Belum mati ya? Nice.
Down here. Coach, come on.
Hey, watch out, man.
Apaan tuh? Suara tank, Cuk. Oh, enggak.
Hey, can y'all cover me? I gotta heal.
That one's mine. All must be close.
Much better.
Boom about here. Watch out! Reloading.
Apa?
Kenapa nih?
Reloading.
Mana jalannya, Mak? Lupa gua.
Ini manjat sini nih.
Over the dumpster.
Oh iya.
Ninja sword here.
Ada katana tuh. Jo. Di atas ada tank, Nah, ada AK nih. Ini dia yang seru. Alamak.
Ammo here.
That hit the spot. We can jump down onto this truck.
Mik, lempar bomnya, Mik.
Here comes the fire, you sons of bitches.
Ya. Buset, lompat-lompat ya.
We're getting close to that gun store. And tired of being sick and tired. Keep it up. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. You gonna make it.
We can get up here. Yeah, somebody don't need these. To keep me for a bit.
Adrenaline shot here.
I think that gun store is just up ahead.
Reloading.
Nicholas, I thought you knew how to use a gun.
Shot me.
Boom about here.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Reloading. Candy store for adults.
What are those guys doing in those suits?
Ini banyak senjata di sini ya. Banyak senjata ya.
Ammo up here.
Ada Scar. Laser sight di mana?
Grabbing first aid.
Oh ini.
Taking the rifle.
Itu ada medkit, Dad, ambil. Mana nih, Cok? Mana ada jalan di sana? Oh, ada. Oh, itu tuh. Store door. Horde ya. Siap-siap ya.
Get ready, this is gonna set off the alarm.
What a waste of gun. Incoming!
Throwing a pipe bomb.
Hey, I got the cola.
Cola untuk apa cola?
Reloading.
Oh, objektifnya.
Hey, I got the cola.
Grabbing me a Molotov.
Grabbing the cola.
Put the cola in the slot. Watch out! Thank you for that. Now turn around.
Let's get out of here.
God watch you. Reloading.
Jalan, Cok.
Reloading.
There's the mall. Reloading.
Yo, coach. Stop shooting me.
Weapons here.
Y'all better not shoot that car.
Reloading.
Careful, there's a charger around.
Charger.
Bantuku. Waduh.
Shooting!
Get pills.
Hey, there's the ball. We made it.
Reloading. Come on, people, get your asses in here. Damn. Where is everybody?
Kok dua ini kurang menarik ya, Pes ya?
Apa?
Dua ini kurang menarik ya.
Kayak lebih menarik, Ted. Lebih banyak senjatanya.
Yang satu dikit.
Satu dikit, cuman ada ini apa nih?
Everybody, gather round. Let's pray.
Oh, emo pack. Masalah.
Dear Lord, see us safely through our time of trial in this mall. And please, Lord, let the food court be okay. Amen.
I'm gonna reload.
Watch out! Reloading.
Mampus, patah kakinya.
Reloading.
Suara apa tuh?
Reloading. We got a hunter.
Reloading.
Through this gate.
Nah, bunyi sering nih. Nah, tuh. Mana bikin seringnya nih?
Mana sirine? Kok tiba-tiba rame gini sih ya?
Reloading.
Hi, siapa yang pakai scar tuh? Pasti nggak enak.
Keep your eyes peeled. I hear a charger. Charger. Reloading.
Reloading.
Guns right here.
Evacs that way.
Ada witch bikin satu guys.
Grabbing
Apa?
a pipe bomb.
Ada witch.
Poor food court never stood a chance. Pipe bomb out. Look out!
Mana? Ke atas lagi ya?
Y'all here? Get ready to toss that bitch.
Wih, iya ya, witch. Ada suara witch ya?
Paddle back here.
Coach, come on.
Ini nih. Di kanan ya. Alah, aku yang mati.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Hold on a
Aku heal dulu.
Yes.
Kalau ada emo ya. Oh, pas banget nih ada emo nih.
Y'all be careful.
Alamak. Mik, coba Mik, mati yang rame Mik. Rame kali cuk. Aduh. Kalau ada medkit ya.
That'll keep me tight.
Kalau ada medkit.
Reloading.
Don't look like we're getting rescued.
You want to watch where you're shooting? You're a mess. Stand still.
Ya, which lagi.
Reloading.
Up this escalator.
Oh shit.
I'm getting so mad I can shit a squealing worm right now.
You shot me. Some of the refugees must have built a safe room. Watch out! Get your asses in here right now.
Don't make me come out there for you.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta heal.
Everybody inside.
All good now. I won't lie. It don't look good.
Let's go.
Udah mau tamat tidak, Bes?
Apa?
The greatest driver ever to climb into a stock car.
Jimmy Gibbs Jr. Man, Southerners make the weirdest people famous.
Man,
Gonna put up tents and shit or keep moving.
the laws of nature allowed it, I would bear that man's children.
Gelap anjing kamar mandi ya. Apa ini stage terakhir nih, Tat?
Okay, so the evac station's
Nah, lupa tuh. Pokoknya udah mau kelar itu. Terus.
If you're looking for ideas, look no further, because I have a good one. Listen up. You see that poster? It says you can get your picture taken with Jimmy Gibbs stock. Now we got to find it and gas it up. Out of here.
Alah, ngumpul-ngumpulin gas nih, malas banget sumpah.
I think Mr. Gibbs Jr. ain't gonna mind.
coach, he's proud of you. Now remember, they don't fill up these tanks at car shows, so we don't have to find some gas.
Oh, ini ceritanya cabut pakai mobil ya.
If we see a Jimmy Gibbs zombie, somebody else is gonna have to kill him.
Well, I never thought of that.
Iya, pakai mobil. Pakai mobil barang dari gas.
Ammo up here. Charger.
Nggak mati dia, nggak jelas. Anjing, ditinggal aku, Cuk.
Bisa minta ya?
Here they come.
Coba naik. Nih, aku cover. Cover mic.
Baby, please. 10 more.
Aku lempar ke bawah ya.
Boleh.
Ammo here. Hey, wait a second.
Oh, di bawah masih ada medkit ya, di bawah ya. Mana lempar ke bawah. Mati, lompat dari atas.
Reloading. Grabbing a shot. Got pills.
Ada tank ya. Ada tank.
First aid kit here.
Itu siapa yang mati, Cok?
Hey, look out!
I got one. Yo, stop shooting me, all right?
Weh, cover aku dong. Aku bawa bom. Alah, mati aku nih.
Hey, y'all, I need some help. Thanks. for a sec. I gotta heal.
Di tengah tadi ada ini ya. Ada medkit. Aku isi dua langsung sekaligus. Ini ada medkit sini nih. Alah, bantu aku, Ted. Kau heal aja dulu. Dibakar aku. Heal that, cepat that. Ada di tengah ada. Ya, mati aku. Kelamaan cu, kita malah perang-perang terus nggak ngambil apa? Nggak ngambil bensin.
Hai.
Lo.
Susah banget cok tadi ramenya, ya Allah.
Makanya sama-sama, jangan pisah-pisah. Karena ngambil bensin nggak bisa sambil nembak.
Amen.
Okay, so the evac station's abandoned, and we're at the center of the zombie field.
Ya, langsung ke live aja.
Right side, we're all probably gonna die.
All right, so getting evac ain't happening. Anybody got an idea? Now's the time.
I might have an idea.
Ngambil bensinnya dua-dua bisa sih.
Says you can get your picture taken with Jimmy Gibbs. Now all we gotta do is find it and gas it up, and I will drive it out of here.
Normally I wouldn't do this.
Atau nggak lempar ke bawah aja, Mick.
Ya tadi aku lagi lemparin cok. Yang aku sendirian itu lagi lemparin ke bawah. Kumpulin dulu nggak sih, abis itu baru di ini.
Takutnya ketembak. Kalau ketembak dia kebakar.
Bakar.
Weh, charger.
Itu chargeran. Badannya sama gua. Bang Grats ini namanya siapa?
Namanya Budi. Jangan lompat juga, biawa.
Ya Allah aja kali, cover gua. Pakai fresh. Orang bacot tolong dong. Habis anjing nih, woi tolong cok.
Iya nih sekalian ngambil ini nih, gua ngambil ini.
Enggak sih nembakin ini. Wah. Satu lancar.
Tuh aku jatuhin 2 ya. Ya lari gangguin.
Jatuhin 2-nya tak di situ aja.
Ya mau gimana kocak?
Enggak, gua healing dulu cok. Cuek lah.
Aduh jatuh apa lagi?
Kita nggak bisa lihat bensinnya cok kalau kena bomber. Terus Wah, tai sih.
Reloading.
Wah, cok.
Ya, pasang.
Awas kan lo.
Pasang bensin. Ya. Datang terus, cok nih, enggak selesai.
Itu ada apa tuh anjing? Nempel-nempel.
Ada tank ya. Ada tank di atas.
Gua kira mas. Kan harus sih.
Tank di atas.
Anjing, tolong. Ini
Mana sih tanknya?
Bentar, gua mau dropin bensin itu. Nih.
Medkit itu ada di belakang kotet.
Ah, bangsat gua deh. Tolong coba. Ada satu yang udah dapat.
Oh iya. Aduh, ada tank lagi ya?
Enggak, belum.
Cover.
Ayo Bang Hafiz. Ayo temenin gua Bang Hafiz. Sini Bang Hafiz.
Mana ya? OTW.
Itu yang dua di mana, Cok? Sana nggak bisa lewat situ.
Lewat mana? Lo sini, Mik. Sini, turun sini.
Oh, lewat sini. Belakang Procie. Ini, Cok. Pantai. Bang. Udah, gua jatuh ke bawah.
Udah kedua-duanya?
Udah dua-duanya.
Oke.
Itu yang di lantai 3, Cok. Satu lagi, Cok. Lantai 3 lah mana?
Lewat tangga tadi. Turun dulu kita.
Ya.
Aduh. Splitter hati-hati. Ayo, Mik, langsung ambil yang ketiga aja, Mik. Lantai 3, Mik. Sini, Mik.
Aduh, udah. Tewek. Lantai 3 kan ya?
Iya,
Bukan berak kali. Saking intensnya Bang Hafiz.
Apaan ini? Lihat sini.
Setan. Ini bukan yang tadi. Tolong. Bukan yang tadi.
Gimana kocak naiknya? Alah, si Gratz mati.
Bang Hafiz sesek, Cok. Alah.
Alah, pada mati. Sarbek. Cover.
Ada medkit gak?
Di tengah nggak tahu, coba cek tengah.
Ada.
You for real? You gonna stay down with a little scratch like that? Get up.
Charger ya. Wah, datang terus, Cok.
Bang, sini, gue tahu jalannya, gue tahu.
Bentar. Gua ambil ini nih. Ya elah, dijangkut. Gue isi satu dulu dah, nanggung.
Ya. Gue yang dropin aja lah.
Aduh, tolong Ted. Masih ada medkit nggak? Aduh, nggak ada lagi.
Mana ini dua lagi di atas ya?
Di atas,
Drop nih.
Cepet, Mik.
Sabar anjing.
Cepet, Mik. Ya elah, jatuh ke lantai 2.
Sabar. Gue langsung loncat ini. Tuh. Itu Cok udah datang semua.
Oke. Ambil satu, Ted. Ted, ada splitter, Ted. Splitter belakang ini. Dadah.
Gue salah jalan.
Ya, cabut.
Sabar, tai.
Nice.
Udah.
Nah gitu doang ya salahnya portrait ya.
Ya levelnya emang kayak gitu doang. Mana lagi?
Skip doang. Udah, gue udah bosen nih. Gue udah jago. Lah, tapi gue dilihat di YouTube ada yang satu orang berkorban, anjing. Itu lah per dead berapa?
Ya itu kalau mati in memoriam. Kita lihat headshot deh ya. Kita lihat headshot paling tinggi siapa ya. Headshot paling tinggi siapa ya?
Gua, Cok. Gua kan
Buset, 411 cuy. Tuh killnya tuh. Most infected 404. Beban semuanya.
Tuh akurasi
8%. Headshot, yang penting headshotnya bro. Yang penting headshotnya bro.
Aku tuh menolak aja bis.
Lagi nih.
Itu Bang Apis ada satu lagi, Cok. Yang apa ya namanya?
Oh, ini The Last Stand. The Last Stand.
Nah, iya kan. Ya, itu kan yang terakhir.
Iya, terakhir.
Dan itu nanti ada satu orang yang berkorban anjing.
Oh iya.
Kayak generator, reset generator.
Apa bis? Mapnya?
Iya, mapnya.
Bentar, aku telepon.
Follow you Bang Apis.
Apa?
False.
Oke lah. Habis
sekarang nih.
Sekarang atau gimana?
Itu tanyain temenmu namanya Bang Bud, ya Bang Bud.
Ya, hey Bud. Kami mau follow nih. Gimana nih Bud?
Bang Bud. Gue beda akun ya. Gue lagi joki aja selebel memeo. Dapat 300.000 Cok dari gold ke platinum.
Apa anjing sosokan joki tai.
Lah iya nih lu anjing.
ALGS Cok, lagi nonton ALGS. Ya elah.
Drinking more up. Ayo mau apa nih?
Ya elah, ketinggalan banyak game sumpah.
Aman sih itu. LGS tuh apa anjing?
Apex.
Aku bantai paling. Buset. Di itu zona segitu masih.
Apaan?
Zona segitu masih banyak banget orangnya anjing.
Jonas.
Zona yang
Oh,
merah-merah itu.
zona. Ya iyalah. Ya lu bilangnya zona. Gue nggak tahu zona.
Tolong mah.
Woi Bud, lanjut atau gimana nih Bud? Woi Butet.
Itu siapa dah?
Siapa? Itu siapa?
Yang PP-nya Bang Bud.
Iya namanya Budi. Ya, itu siapa itu? Iya namanya Budi.
PP-nya bego.
Lah kagak tahu.
Foto profil.
Ya nggak tahu.
Foto profil. Ceweknya kan.
Udah, Wak, ayo.
Lanjut.
Buka apa, Bes?
Hah?
Lanjut atau kalau
ini beda map kan?
Iya. The Last Stand. Nggak tahu. Ini kata Mikael yang berkorban katanya ya. Ini sempet nggak ada nih, sumpah. Sumpah nih kalau nggak ada nih.
berkorban kan? Lu aja kan lu YouTuber terbaik sendiri. Tapi bang, it doesn't end well. Tuh kan? Lu coba bahasa Inggris ya?
Apa artinya?
Artinya mama kau cantik.
Where did you learn to drive? I'm getting too old for this horse shit. Looks like we're
Skip aja lah, gua udah tamat cak sebenarnya cak.
Lah itu ada yang mati tuh. Satu siapa? Lah ini pada mati.
Ini yang lebih cepat daripada kita cak. Tolak. Bagaimanakah? Ayo, gas.
Yuk.
Langsung headshot nih.
Zoe. Reloading.
Wah. Kok dengerin gua nomor?
Ada charger.
Apa itu?
Oh tank cok.
Baru juga main udah kasih tank aja cok.
Bunuh cok.
Gua garukin. Lupa lain. Sini.
Lewat mana kocok?
Oh, sini kayaknya. Sini.
Ini
Wih, ada pesawat tuh.
Mana tuh? Wah.
Look at this. You gotta stop that shit, Joey. Reloading. Look out. Reloading. Up the stairs.
Tolong kaki gua, tolong.
Wih, dapat deagle, cok.
Bangret. Zoe siapa? Bangret. Wah, ada zombie tipe baru, cok.
Iya ada zombie yang jatuhin medkit juga tuh, ada sniper tuh. Gua ambil dah.
Don't shoot the car.
Don't shoot the car.
Tembak mau.
Nggak usah, nggak usah.
entertainment, mau nggak?
Nggak ada, ntar tentang tank susah. Ada suara wish line.
Kan gratis kan, ala cuak banget cocok.
Aku nge-lag.
Dibokong agak sih enggak.
Jumpshot FF.
Tuh, kita tuh cara jam shoot, nih. Tuh. Dong, anjing. Sini, gue palain. Oke. Awas jalan jam shoot.
Alah.
Ih, mamanya pasti meninggal. Aku segera cari.
Cok, kasih medkit.
Lah, ngambil medkit tadi emang ah.
Enggak. Nge-lag guys. Nge-lag.
Thanks. I owe you.
Hey, no problem.
Through here. Whoa! Don't shoot! It's me.
Mencet, sorry.
Grenades here.
I'm reloading.
Tuh, gue kena kencok.
Reloading. Grabbing pills.
Abang cover gua.
Gila, Deagle sakit, Cok.
Anjing yang bakar langsung kacau. Siapa yang bakaran?
Nggak tahu.
Apis.
Enggak, aku aja pegang ini. Bom.
Apis.
Nih, ini Deagle nih. Siapa yang mau nih, Deagle nih?
Deagle jelek, Cok.
Pedih, Cok. Kepala langsung mati.
Bagi yang pro headset tuh. Tak cocok buat dua dong. Tembakin semua.
Apaan tuh, Cok? Kok tiba-tiba horde?
Itu gak sih gerak anjing. Nyalain mesin. Oh, objektif coy. Nong pada caper banget. Kan. Ayo Bang Rats, kita berdua Bang Rats. Gua cover.
Halo Kenjo, welcome to stream.
Welcome to stream Kenjo. Jangan lupa di like ya Kenjo ya.
Ngapa pada ke aku semua? Tai.
Pak, tolong. Gue kan sepak bujur Cak, jadi pakainya.
Udah hidup semua.
Itu.
Udah hidup semua generatornya. Mantep nih rifle-nya.
Objektifnya panas tuh. Oh ini mengapis nih. Use the lever to release the container.
Tuh. Wah anjing, sangar cok suaranya.
Gua tebak. Goblok.
Charger.
Lu. Charger kalau nggak salah tipenya banyak, Cok. Hati-hati aja. Nanti ada keluar lagi. Awas, gua bakar.
Ammo here. Cover me while I heal. Wait up, I'm healing.
Habis.
Healing.
Charger kalau nggak salah tuh tipenya banyak nanti keluar.
Iya, apa aja? Ada tipe C.
Ada charger iPhone.
Iya. Ya. Lucu ya, Meg ya.
Gua mah Spec Gear. Get the pipe bomb, mana pipe bomb? Nah. Oh, gua tahu kita harus berenang, Cok. Anjing, udah belakang.
Thank you Kenjo, thank you. Itu siapa Cok? Ada yang ditarik Cok.
Turun Cok, turun.
Iya turun, cepat turun.
Turun. Nah, Bang Budi Cok. Mana yang nangis anjing, dia nangis loh.
Witch ya, witch.
Bacot lu. Langsung mati gua.
Ya witch emang one hit anjing. Makanya nembaknya dari jauh.
Aku nggak tahu Cok, gua nggak pernah ini sama witch.
Kayaknya seru nih, lumayan seru nih, Kenjo. Ada AK ya, AK.
Main CS gitu dong. Speed.
Game apa emang tuh? Left 4 Dead 2.
Modal match bisa. Blok ngalet gua.
Aku udah like dari awal robot malam, keren.
Sini ke gua. Goblok, mampus guys. Kaget lu.
Warning, sudden drop off, be careful. Kalau ada emo.
There's a safe place up ahead.
Gua tutup ah. Sumpah bukan gua. Gua sih MVP-nya. Ini mantis, tai.
Ya lah, bot.
Lalu belum 3 digit pada 4 digit. Lah kita kalah. Itu beban banget itu 584.
Serapis serius untuk membaca chat, yo ingin jo.
Halo Kenjo, jangan lupa di like Kenjo.
Yo iya.
Jangan lupa di share Kenjo.
Ada M4 ya.
Ini Bang Apis, lu pakai ini langsung menang jir. Gak bohong gua.
Pakai apaan?
Lihat sini.
Iya, pakai mic. Pedih itu suara.
Yo, ternyata gue masih ada. Ya, cuma satu doang, bukan dua.
Ih, masih ada nih. Pistol.
Siapa
bisa diambil.
Gua, Cok? Ada nelpon gua. Oh, bibiku.
Tembak Zoe, cok. Salin link Saweria di mana sih? Kalau di OBS sih tinggal dicantumin aja linknya ya, Kenjo ya.
Mampus Prancis. Gak ada yang nolongin Prancis, cok, parah banget.
Di bagian ininya Ken, di bagian browser ntar propertiesnya ditambahin link Sawerianya.
Ini mau disawer.
Ah, enggak, dia nanya cara nambahin Saweria gimana.
Jatuh loh.
Ngapain ke atas, kocak, orang ke bawah.
Oh iya, maaf.
Wah, karena movement gue keren. Ya.
Sini cok, sama aku cok.
Kena ada. Anjing.
Lihat mana sih, Ted? Manjat dulu ya?
Lihat atas gitu. Ya, tolong. Sesat coy, ikutin melapis. Jangan nangis ya. Tuh.
Patah kaki. Pamit sir, mau menggalau. Oke, Kenzo.
Levelnya belajar. Apa ini? Revive dead player. Oh, kalau bisa revive pakai gua nggak nih?
Maksudnya? Wah, ada ini nih.
Gua udah mau. Lu mau bilang-bilang anjing.
Ya, ambil.
Easter egg. Easter egg. Jangan ada Easter egg di sini.
Easter egg apaan? Easter egg?
Kagak ada. Oke, ini kita harus ke bawah nggak sih, Cok?
Ke bawah sana ya? Betul kan? Oh, rescue-nya ini ya, kapal ya?
Iya, maybe. I love you, baby. Kita pakai helikopter anjing.
Oh iya, Cok.
Anjay.
Wah, Cok, rame, Cok, atas.
Anjir, penisa banget banyak banget, Cok. Dari 300 berapa tuh? Kok orang mati-mati?
Kok tiba-tiba ada yang dekat?
Mau aja gue tolongin lo. Sini mendempet ke pojok sini, terus kita dempet-dempet.
Let's go. Emang betulan di sini, Cok? Bukannya ke atas kita?
Orang di atas?
Ke atas gak sih?
Coba ke atas ya. Tuh emang di atas, bego.
Iya, di atas ini mah.
Kalau aku dimaksudin. Kasih ku jalan. Ew.
Kalau ada emo ya?
Goblok suara pantun.
Ah elah, ada tank ya.
Gua kena delay.
Ada tank cok. Ah elah, mati gua tiba-tiba terbang kayak gitu nggak jelas.
Itu lo dorong tank mau cok. Bentar dah, kayaknya masih ada dah. Masih bisa dah. Abar. Inan gua masih ada nggak ya? Oh bisa. Jangan keluar. Jangan keluar, woi. Gua bisa nolongin lo.
Gua nggak keluar. Coba panggil apa? Panggil ini.
Nggak tahu ini di belakang ini, weh.
Mana?
Ini di lautan nih. Goblok.
Panggil bantuan kita ke atas, Cok. Tuh, ambil apa? Ngapain kita di bawah mulu? Cover gua. Bawa gas.
Ya,
ditembak. Boomer tuh. Jangan bunuh dekat. Ya.
Gua nggak bisa lihat apa-apaan, Cok. Aku terbotakan oleh cinta. Alah, ini pada capar-capar semua.
Tolong. Mati. Medkit minta ya.
Drinking more alcohol. Cover gua dong.
Nggak ada tempat emo nih ya? Wah, ada yang ini.
Sosek semua. Cok, cover gua dong. Bodo amat. Amat, Cok.
Yuk, tiga lagi.
Apaan? Ambil yang atas dulu. Di atas nggak ada apa-apa, Neng. Cover gua, Cok. Ya Allah, mati dah gua. Bisa lihat apa-apaan, gua tembak aja yang depan gua lah. Emang apa sih?
Gimana lagi, Cok? Oh tuh, sisa.
Satu lagi di bawah.
Buset. Ah elah, kena. Ya, las. Bawa nih dong, tolong dong. Mau heal dulu.
Palain. Tolong dong, nggak ada yang cover. Bak lah, nggak ada.
Ya nih, cover. Aman.
Good. Udah. Mana kita? Charger lagi. Wah, tangannya, tolong.
Weapons over here.
Apa sih ini cewek caper banget.
Terus?
Temen-temen suaratan atau?
Ada tank ya.
Aku dia dilempar, baik.
Iya, ada tank.
Aku nggak kelihatan lagi dalam lempar.
Naik ke atas saya, Mik.
Gua tolong gue. Ya, gue mati dah. Wah, gue mati dah.
Get up, we gotta go.
Anjing, ada tank banget. Iya, Prancis jatuh anjing.
Wah, elah ada tank lagi, Cok.
Apa kalau ngomong selari anjing?
Naik ke atas dulu, Mik.
Mana sih cara lewat ke atas anjing?
Ada tangga.
Oh ini tangga, aku nggak lihat ya.
Lempar dia.
Ini Cok, tanknya tuh yang paling salah lempar aja.
Lah, terus nih kemana nih? Ya elah, ada lagi, Cok.
Tuh kan ke bawah, Cok, udah gua bilang.
Ya, ke bawah kan. Ayo, Mik, cabut, Mik.
Ya.
Mik, tolong, Mik.
Tolong lu, Mampir. Gua nggak bisa, Cok, lihat darah gua.
Ayo, kabel datang. Lari. Let's go. Gak ada yang dibunuh. Hoax anjing. Mikael.
Oh iya. Nggak ada. Oh, Left 4 Dead 4, Cok. Left 4 Dead 3.
In memory, Prancis dan Graz. Oke teman-teman, mungkin sekian aja stream kita kali ini ya. Thank you yang udah mau join di stream kali ini. Thank you teman-teman semuanya. Nanti kita akan melanjutkan lagi mungkin stream kita di next stream selanjutnya.
Tuh,
mungkin main Valorant
3,
atau Guardian Tales mungkin karena bentar lagi mau
3,
banner baru.
Thank
you teman-teman ya. See you on the next stream. Bye bye.
It's